Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name is James Oliver Hacking III. Today is the 10th of February, the birthday of my beautiful wife, Ms. Amani, attorney, wife, partner extraordinaire. So we all wish her a happy birthday. We checked out of our house, which is under construction, and into a hotel. So I'm coming to you live from an undisclosed location here in the St. Louis area. We're very excited to be here. We're very excited. She's getting a massage. I had a massage on Wednesday, so I'm here with you doing my show a little bit early so that we can get out and go out to dinner. Hope all is well in your world. Hope you've enjoyed this week's shows. I've enjoyed having 4 shows this week. I miss doing the show as regularly as I can. Next week, we'll be doing our shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hope you all can join us. Hope starting a little early today didn't screw people up. Looks like some people got the memo because they're already in the waiting room. Let's go ahead and get started with Armando. Armando. Hi, Armando.
Hello, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Um, I'll I'll have some questions for you. I will start with my background. I came to the U.S. in 2017 as an F1 student. I met my wife during my PhD. We got married in 2021 December. January 2022, we applied concurrently I-30, I-31, I-485. Um, 1 month later, unfortunately, my father passed away. So I have to file for an emergency advance parole, which I was granted, and I have to travel to Mexico to the funeral.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Once I returned, I wasn't aware that I lost my status as an F1 student,
Mm.
so I couldn't work using my STEM OPT EAD card, right? But I wasn't aware because I wasn't working with a lawyer. I keep working for 1 more month, but fortunately for me, I received my authorization document for the green card 1 month later.
Hmm.
I'm married to a U.S. citizen. At that point, I was working with a lawyer, and the lawyer told me that every is fine as soon as I am transparent when if they ask. Um, so I don't have a question with that. The problem now is that I checked my I-94, and I have an expiration date for March 11, 2023. So I'm concerned that after that date, I will be out of a status, and that could impact my adjustment of status. No, all
No,
good.
you're good.
Okay. My next question is, my case is at NVC. In Before July, I have to move from Texas to North Carolina because I changed jobs. When I check the timelines between Texas and North Carolina, I noticed that for North Carolina field office, the time for wait is awful, going from 15 months here in Texas to 23 months. So I would like to know, what would you advise, to wait to receive the results, or is it okay to move?
I don't spend much time thinking about processing times. I think they lie on their processing times. I think they either overstate them, understate them. I think every case is different. So you can't, I would definitely not live my life based on posted processing times.
So I can move. Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I've been chatting with Emma, and some agents have told me that my interview was waived in June 30th. I haven't heard from them since last year.
That
It's been a year and month.
that's possible.
So I follow your channel and see you some comments that you recommend suing to speed the process. But also I saw yesterday that you recommend that you're not suing anymore unless an interview has happened. Is that correct?
See, I should have been careful with what I said because
Okay.
actually, one of the attorneys in the office had the same question. Um, the only thing we're not doing now is we're not suing on visa cases at the embassy, where the embassy overseas cases where the embassy
Okay.
hasn't done a interview. For here, lawsuits work whether you had an interview or not.
All right. So I'm sitting right now 1 month, 1 year and 1 month. Is it a good time to think in a lawsuit, or I'm too soon?
When do you think you're going to move?
I have to move for sure before July because of taxes, company things.
Hmm. Yeah, I would probably. You're fine. I think it would work. What field office are you?
San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, Texas is really good on lawsuits, so I would think about it. It might be a little early, might wait a little bit,
Okay.
but soon. I'd say if you don't have a decision in a month or two, I would.
Thank you for that. The other thing that I try to expedite my advance parole because I would like to also to visit my mom. You know, she has been alone through an illness process without my dad, and also have some family there. So I apply concurrently for the advance parole, but I haven't heard anything. Is there a way I can expedite the advance parole? No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I called with an agent last week. They told me they were gonna call me within 72 hours. I keep it. I'm still waiting. So all right, well, thank you. You answered all my questions, Jim.
Have a great weekend, Armando.
You too.
See you, buddy.
Bye bye.
Next up, Pat. What's up, Pat?
Hey Jim, how you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. So Jim, you remember that last case that we had about that lawsuit? Good news. So I have my interview going on next week, Friday, 10 a.m. So Jim, I have a quick question. So they have not requested for medicals because I filed when my spouse filed. We sent in the medicals already, but for the interview that is sent, they didn't request for medicals.
Did or
So
didn't?
they did not.
Yeah.
So to be on the safe side, I did my medicals today, just in case they ask me on Friday next week.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Keep it in your pocket unless somebody brings it up.
Okay. And the civil surgeon at the hospital gave me a note too, just in case it's not yet ready during that my interview date.
Yeah, just keep all that quiet. I mean, I think they're probably fine because they didn't send you an RFE and they scheduled you for an interview, so they're probably good to go with the medical that they have. But having any of that stuff in your back pocket's just a fine idea.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. I
Hey,
think that's
real
basically
real quick, can you give everyone your timeline? Like how long you were waiting? When did we file the lawsuit, and then what happened?
sure. Lawsuit was filed December 10th
Of 2022.
of 2022, and they gave the latest date February 25th for an answer.
Nice.
And interview is this February 17th, next week, Friday, 10 a.m.
Which
Central
field?
Time.
Which field office?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And how long had you been waiting? When did you file the I-130-45?
I-130 and I-45, that's June 15th of 2021.
So 2021, it's sitting for a year and a half, and then you filed a lawsuit. You got an interview about 6 weeks later.
Yes, got married January 18th of 2020.
Awesome. Well, let us know how it goes next week, okay?
Sounds good.
Bye, Pat. See you, buddy.
I appreciate you.
Later. All right. Next up, Schwang. Hi, Schwang.
Hello, hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I spoke with your intake team this morning about our case. It's a 485 that we filed in 2020 October, and the latest status I got was is pending interview scheduling in St. Louis office. So my question was, I really would like to have the approval by June. And what do you see? Do we want to go for the lawsuit now, or what's the latest time that we need to decide if we want to make sure we get the green card by June?
Is it a marriage-based case?
Oh, it's employment-based. It's based on I-140 EB1C category.
And how long has the online thing said that it's ready to be scheduled for an interview?
It's not online. The message I got is from the Congresswoman's office because previously it was sent to the investment program office, which is on another category. So the Congresswoman got that back to the St. Louis field office November last year.
So your priority date has been current the entire time?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been waiting for over two and a half years?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd sue them tomorrow.
Okay.
And not really tomorrow because we're closed, but next week.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was told within 60 days of filing that lawsuit, so we are going to get a decision. I just want to confirm what the decision is. Is that going to be like an interview notice, or is
anything's possible? So, employment, they waive the interview a lot. The St. Louis
I
field
think by default not EB1C because I'm an intercompany transfer 5 years ago. Yeah.
So they might waive it, and but anything's possible when you file a lawsuit. They might approve it. They might schedule you for an interview. They might deny it. It just gets the thing moving.
So you feel the status like a pending interview scheduling is not something close?
No, if you had told me that the electronic portal changed 3 days ago from your cases actively being reviewed to your cases scheduled for interview, that's like a real world development. I don't put any stock in what Congress people say. They don't know anything more than you or me.
Okay, then I will continue work with your intake team. I think I will review the contract, and then hopefully we can get this resolved as I expected soon.
Perfect. Thanks, Schwang. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Talking to a lot of nice people today. It's nice when people are nice. I'm going to try to get as many people as I can today. So, of course, don't be crabby in the comments. It's Friday. Tell us something fun you're going to do this weekend. Let us know in the comments something fun you're going to do this weekend while you're waiting for your immigration case to get decided. Next up, Tim. What do you say, Tim?
Oh, hi. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for picking up. And happy birthday to your wife.
Thanks.
Yeah, I have a simple question. Simple, but when I try to Google it, I'm getting like mixed answers. So I applied for adjustment of status, and I'm still waiting for my green card interview for like 18 months now. But I do have the combo card. So I have a work permit. I'm working, and I also have the advanced parole.
Great.
My wife and I are planning to go on a trip outside the United States just to visit my family this October. So if my green card is not yet available by then, would it be safe for me to travel? I mean, can I come back here?
How long will you be gone?
For like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, 1 week.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah.
So
whatever interview notice you'll get, it'll be 3 or 4 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks ahead of time. So you'll know, like, worst case scenario, you get a notice that says your interview's during that week of your travel. So I would either buy refundable tickets or get travel insurance or something, but otherwise you should be able to work around it. You could always ask USCIS to reschedule it, but that's like the last thing you want to do because it could be another 3 or 4 months.
Yes. So because I was trying to Google some of this concern, and I'm getting like an answer like maybe they won't allow me to come back, like the advanced parole is not enough for me to come back here.
The only question I ask people when people ask me the question you're asking me, the question that I ask in response is, were you in immigration status at the time that you applied for adjustment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think you're fine. When I don't necessarily like people to travel when they are out of status and then get married, or if they've been, they've been in trouble before, any of those things, then I might say don't, but you should be totally fine. It shouldn't be any problem at all. If you have the combo card, if you have a valid passport, if you have just a 1 week trip, I think you're fine.
So what documents do I need like to supplement my card? Just the card?
And your passport.
Oh, nice. Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Have fun, Tim. Have a good trip.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for everything.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right, let's go to Peace. What do you say, Peace?
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I have a question, but I'm going to give you a backstory.
Okay.
I came to the United States April of 2017.
Okay.
And then for a wedding, actually. And I met my ex-husband at the wedding. And fast forward 3 months later, we got married in July.
Okay.
But it was not a good wedding. It was an abusive one. So I only lived with him 30 days. And I had to run in August of 2017.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. And the following year, 2018, I filed VAWA. But of course, I didn't have enough evidence and I didn't know no better. And so my VAWA was denied. They stated that I don't have evidence to prove bona fide, like lease and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm married now, and I'm married to my husband, who is a U.S. citizen, and I filed for the I-130. They said my marriage with him is bona fide, but the first marriage is the issue. And now they are telling me, they are sending me a notice of intent to deny, stating that I'm not able to prove the bona fide of my first marriage, and that therefore they will prohibit my approval of my I-130 till I can respond to their notice of intent to deny. So I really don't know what to do.
So I guess my big question is, when they denied the 360 for your VAWA case, did they accuse you of doing anything wrong, or did they just say you didn't meet your burden?
They said I didn't meet my burden. They said that there was discrepancies in my story, and that some of the evidences I provided, it didn't meet the qualification probative, and basically the people that I was living with after my abusive marriage, immigration is trying to say that I was living with them all before my marriage, but that's not true. Like, you know, so they're trying to nitpick the whole thing. So
we don't have to go line by line right now, but do you feel like whatever discrepancies they say that are there in the old case that you could explain?
yeah, the only thing that I cannot explain is I don't want to go back to my ex and ask him for an affidavit or whatever, because I don't even want him to know what city I'm in.
Yeah.
But like I can write and tell them every other thing, but I just need a strong lawyer to help me, guide me through it.
I would like our office to work on your case. I think it's a winnable case. Did you file the I-130-45 that you filed with your current spouse? Did you do that without a lawyer?
I did with a lawyer.
And what have you actually received the notice of intent to deny, or you just know it's coming?
Yes, I received it on Wednesday, and I have till March 8th to respond. But I know, like, I read something with the COVID, they give an extension.
Right.
So yeah.
We get extra 60 days. Yeah. I'd be happy for us to take a look at the denial and the NOID that you received, and then figure out. I mean, this is a great kind of case for us, because this is a case where you need really good lawyers. You know, there's lots of cases that we handle where just sort of regular lawyers can do, but this is one. Whenever you're talking about trying to reprove or prove up a prior case, like this is one of their favorite tricks right now. One of their favorite tricks right now is say, yeah, peace, we believe you and your current spouse, but we're going to shit all over you for this old case that you filed. And I mean, to me, it sounds like they're really stretching to find ways to mess with you.
Yes, they are really. They're just saying so many things that they have wrong. And I have like text messages to prove that I wasn't living with the person they were accusing me to, that I've been staying with all the while. And I already contacted your office, but I sent them my notice of intent to deny, and I sent my denial for I-360, but I haven't heard anything.
Okay, Julie will find it for me. She'll send it over to me. I'll look at it over the weekend, and then we'll come up with a game plan. This is I know it's not fun for you, but from an immigration lawyer point of view, it's sort of an interesting case to work on.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. We'll follow up, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hey, and don't worry, okay?
Thank you.
All right, yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm being reminded that the Super Bowl is this weekend. The Super Bowl is this weekend. Now, Adela and I are speaking at a conference on Monday, so we'll actually be in Utah, which is why we're only doing the show on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Hopefully our flight will be on time, and we'll be able to land and go to the Super Bowl party out there in Utah. Marlon is asking, why isn't Kansas City my team? Well, Marlon, there are many reasons why Kansas City is not my team. Number one, when the Rams left St. Louis, the Chiefs were one of the main people voting for them to move to Los Angeles. Number two, I don't like most Kansas City sports fans. I like my Uncle Bert and my cousins. Other than that, I think Kansas City fans, they drive me crazy. And the main reason they drive me crazy It's because of this stupid ass racist Chiefs tomahawk chop that they do like morons. They're just I hate it. I hate the tomahawk chop. And I love Patrick Mahomes. I do like Patrick Mahomes, and I like that guy on defense for the Chiefs, and I like Andy Reid. But it's the fans that drive me crazy with their stupid racist chants. So that is why I'll be rooting for the Eagles of Philadelphia. I like their coach too. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. I was just checking today. It's a 1.5 point spread. I think it's going to be it's either going to be a blowout or it's going to be one hell of a game. And I think it could be one hell of a game because the teams are so matched. I could see the Eagles steamrolling the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs will steamroll the Eagles, but it should be lots of fun. And I hope everybody has fun watching and eating their jalapeno poppers. All right. Let's say hi to Labasi. Hi, Labasi. I can't hear you. I think something's up with your mic. He turned off the mute. Say something. Oh, and he's out of here. All right. Let's go to Marina. Hi, Marina.
Hi, I would like to say thank you so much for helping everyone, and thank you so much. So I just received so I won the selection on DV Lottery 2023. I sent my DS260, and as I live with an artist visa in the States already, so I received an email where is attached an adjustment letter, adjustment of status.
A letter from who?
From KCC, Kentucky Consular Center, DV.
And what does it say?
So it says that, so thank you for informing us that you plan to apply for adjustment of status with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Yeah.
And that's where I am confused. So it's a long letter, but basically they say that you need to send some fees, but before you send the fees, you need to be maybe contacted by the USCIS, but in the same time, if you don't send the fees, your case may be delayed. And I've read everything, and I'm still confused of what is next.
So my first question is what so are you in the Europe category, or which category are you in?
Yes, I am in the Europe category.
Okay. And is your so there's a number that's assigned to your case. It could be 1, it could be 10,000. What's your number? Do you know? Like
my
roughly?
My number is 22597.
So that's a pretty high number. Have you been checking the
Yes.
visa bulletin? Yeah.
Yes, they say that I have pretty good chances that I'm in the 68%.
Mm-hmm. Are you this fiscal year? Or are you next fiscal year?
Am I what? Sorry.
Yeah. Are people that got selected with you processing right now, or are they processing starting in October? Like, did you just find out you got picked in May, or did you find out earlier?
Oh no, I found out in May.
Okay. And so are you part of fiscal year 23 or fiscal year 24?
Fiscal year 23.
Okay. So you're just waiting. Okay. So have you checked the visa bulletin to see if your number is current yet?
So I checked it, and I don't really understand what that means. It was written that there was 12,000 before me, and 5,000 after me, but I don't even know what that means. So the letter is pretty big, so that's this letter, and there is all this thing about sending the fees, but I don't understand if this is the first thing I need to do, or if there are a step before, if I need to wait for another email. This is a bit confusing, and I really went on all the websites they said. I have all my documents ready with translations, my birth certificate, police records. I have everything's ready, but I
Okay.
don't understand what is next.
I got it. So your number's like 22,000 something, right?
597, yes.
Okay. And did you pay the KCC fees yet, or you did not pay the KCC?
No, I didn't, because I was afraid that I would do it too soon.
No, go ahead and pay the KCC fees. Do that now. And then I'm going to show you in the visa bulletin what you need to look for, okay?
Okay.
So this is the visa bulletin. It comes out every month. The March one should be out in the next couple weeks, okay?
Yes.
And so most of this has to do with people who are like sponsored by family members. That's the first section, is family-based stuff, okay? You see here?
Yes, I see.
And then after that is all the employment-based stuff. The diversity visa is at the very bottom, okay? So we're going to scroll on down past all the family stuff, past all the employment stuff, and then we're going to get to the diversity visa.
Yes.
So there's 55,000 immigrant visas available every year. And then it says that now here's the chapter about February. And here's why the first question I asked you was about which region you are, right? So your region is Europe.
Yes.
Right? Europe is 15,000. So that means that if your number was 14,900, then you could apply for adjustment of status today, right? But because your number is 24,000 or whatever it is.
22,597.
Yeah. Because your number is 22,597, then you can't apply this month. So hopefully next month it'll go up to like 18 or 19,000 for Europe, right?
Yes.
And then hopefully the month after that it'll hit 23,000. So once it hits 23,000 or above, and it jumps usually 3,000 or 4,000 a month, then you can apply for adjustment of status. But you want to have that KCC fee paid now so that you have a receipt and everything and you're ready to go when it comes time to apply for adjustment of status.
Oh, I see. And when it comes time to apply for adjustment of status, is that when I send my birth certificate?
Yeah, you'll file your I-45 and 131 and 765. If you want help, you should call us. We do these every year. We can help you with it. But yeah, that's when you'll file all your proof and stuff with USCIS. You'll pay your adjustment of status fee. You'll submit for a work card and a travel card, and you'll apply for and you'll submit all your documents. Now, you need everything to be done by September 30th, or you don't get your green card. But you'll be fine. You'll be fine because we're in February now. They'll probably reach you in April. They might reach you in March, and you don't have to actually. Even though this is silly, it's called the March Visa Bulletin. It'll come out in February, and as soon as it comes out, if it has your number underneath it, then apply. You don't have to wait for that actual month.
So my number has to be
every day.
Underneath.
Yeah, underneath. So, like I said, right now, if your number was 12,000 or 14,000, you could apply today. Like somebody had number 1, right? Your number 22,597. Somebody else got number 2, number 3. They all got to file back in October.
I see. Okay, so I go ahead and I pay the 330 of processing fees.
Yep, because you need that. You need to include that with your application for adjustment.
Okay, I understand. So that's what I need to do and nothing else for now. No birth certificate, no nothing.
Nope.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome,
much.
Good luck,
Really
good luck.
appreciate.
Congrats on getting picked. If you get stuck again, let me know, okay?
Okay, yes. Thank
See ya.
you so very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye-bye. All right. We always like to help people sort stuff out, especially when it's about the visa bulletin, and especially when they're lucky enough to win the diversity visa. Everybody always says to me, "Oh, Jim, it's such a long shot. I'm never going to get picked." But we all have a new friend. Her name is Marina. She got picked, and God willing, she's going to have a green card come October. How about just one step below citizenship? How about that? It's a great thing. All right, we're happy for Marina. Let's say hi to Justin. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Jim.
How are you?
I'm all right. You?
I'm great. What's up?
All right. I just have a quick question. My wife, she did her interview, last month, January the 19th in Jamaica. She went to do her medical on the 13th, so that was basically a couple days, probably like 5 days before her interview. So after she did her interview, the officer took her passport and he told her that she, I mean, basically she answered everything. He would grant her the visa, but at the time, I guess he couldn't finalize because they didn't receive back her medical. So, on the visa tracker, we're able to see the update. It keeps saying refused, but upon checking and listening to other YouTubers, I know that when it says refused, that doesn't mean necessarily that the visa has
Right.
been denied.
Right.
So basically, they're waiting for her medical. She called the medical department that does it because they only have one location that does it, and they said that they sent it off. But up and still checking on the visa app because the last time it was updated was the 31st of January, and since then it hasn't been updated.
When
So
was her interview, Justin?
the
October?
19th of no, the 19th of January last month.
Oh, so that's okay. You got time. You're only that's only 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so usually because you know the first time we're doing it, so usually like my only concern or question is like, usually do these things take long? Cause to how it's to what it seems like even if they get back from medical, it's gonna take them time to get back to her case to
Yeah.
basically finalize it.
Yeah. I would say like 25% get approved on the spot, 25% get approved in 60 days, then
Mhm.
25% get approved in 6 months, and then another 25% sit forever.
So so my all right. So my question is like, is there like a time like patient wise, you know, like how long do you wait for this thing? Or
When
like, you
did
know,
the USCIS approve the I-130?
I think we got approved in 2023. I think we got approved late 2021. I
Mm.
think, yeah.
I would say, if I were you, I would say to myself, I'm going to give them 60 days or 90 days from the date of the interview. If nothing happens, if I can't get any answers by then I'm going to sue them.
Because as I said, she did it in January 19th. So, you
Yeah,
know,
that's a long time. You've been waiting a long time.
no, I mean January 19th, meaning like last month.
No, but I mean, the State Department's had the case for a long time.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, as I said, we were just concerned because we don't know usually how long these things take to go
Yeah.
back for them to like clarify it. So
All right.
that's
So yeah,
that's
I would say 60 or 90 days from the interview date.
all right. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to find out, Jim. So thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Hang in there.
All right.
See ya. Let's go to you, dear. How you, dear?
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I have a couple questions here. I just applied for my wife for 130, and I just want to double check if I need to apply for extension for her, or as soon as applied, she's just in process.
So she's in the United States,
Yes,
and what, she entered on a visit visa or what?
tourist visa,
Mhm.
and we apply for our extension visa before, so she doesn't get illegal here.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No, permanent resident, and I just applied for citizenship.
Okay. So I don't know why when did she arrive?
1 year ago.
Okay, and then when did you apply for the I-130? While she in those first 6 months?
Last week.
Oh, so you didn't apply. So when she came in January, were you already married?
Yes, no, we married in Brazil.
Okay. So, and how did you get your green card? Employment or something else?
No, marriage. But this was 6 years ago.
You need to call our office and see if we can help you. This isn't something we should talk about on camera. It's complicated.
Okay.
There's lots of moving parts. But we want to make sure that everything's okay. I mean, I'm glad you can apply for citizenship.
Because I already removed my condition. I had no problem.
Yeah, but when did you get your green card?
2017.
Okay. Well, I think they're going to give you a hard time. Did they ever rule on the extension request?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they did, because we missed it the first appointment, because we never got any letter notice, and then when we checked the case online, it already passed the appointment, so they just filled a new.
For fingerprints, you mean?
Yes, for fingerprints.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think you need some help. I wouldn't let your wife go into this case without you. And did you apply for citizenship, or you said you're eligible?
Yes. No, I apply one day before I apply for her. So I put my notice into her process.
And you did this all without a lawyer?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Call the office.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Another question is, I just got a job offer in another state. Do you know that this could be a big problem?
It's the least of your concerns.
Okay. All right.
That's
Thanks so
nothing
much.
compared to everything else. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Take care.
Okay, bye. All right, all right. All right, all right. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. How about that? Let's say hi to Rupa. Rupa, you with us?
Yes. Can you hear me, Jim?
How you doing?
Good, doing good. Hi, Jim. Thank you for your time. So I had a question. So I'm on an H1B visa. In early January, I got laid off from my current employer, and they gave me they mentioned I'm laid off and I'm entering a non-working period, but my termination date will be only in March end. So I'm getting paid bi-weekly, like the regular pay stubs that's there. The severance would start only after my termination, which is a different pay. Now I got another employer B, that has filed for my H1B.
Great.
I got it approved. Now my question is, I have not joined them yet. My question here is, I want to be sure that I join them and then inform this employer A that I've joined with another employer. My question is, if I have an overlap between a pay period, does that impact, or I should inform my employer A early on about my joining date?
If you're working for employer B, I would notify A to take you off as soon as you can. I think USCIS would give you a small window, but like multiple pay periods, that's going to be a problem.
So what if, can I wait, like say if I'm joining next week or next Monday, can I inform them after a day?
Why are you asking me these questions?
So I want to be sure that nothing happens in between.
That I get, but why are you not wanting to tell them right away, I guess is my question.
So my question is, what if employer B backs out and I don't get to join them? Then I'll lose the pay that my employer A is ready to pay me till March end.
But why do you think B is going to back out?
I'm just not sure. I'm in this market, right?
Well, have they given you any indication? I mean, they just spent a shitload of money to get you an H1B.
Okay, so you think?
And they're probably happy to have you.
Okay, so you're thinking that should be okay.
I thought you were going to tell me something different, Rupa. I thought you were going to tell me the reason you didn't want to tell A is because they might not pay you everything they owe you.
No, so according to them, we need to let them know about the new termination date. They'll move me ahead, and then my severance would start. Okay, so
I vote for that. I vote for honesty and transparency.
Okay, so I just inform them before I join.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or you know, I mean, I don't know. It has to be before, but like, so when does B want you to start?
So, so I got the approval. I don't have the approved petition yet. On the first day of work, I'm supposed to have that for my I-9 verification. So I'm waiting on that.
You mean the actual I-94?
Actual H1B petition. Yeah. So I need that in order to join. So that's what I'm waiting for right now.
Oh, then I would wait till then to tell them. Yeah, I would wait till you get it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So yeah, I only have the email approval that is approved. I don't have the petition in my hand yet.
So I would wait for the approval notice, and I would even start at the new job, and then I'd tell them the next day.
Okay, so is that overlap of a day fine?
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm fine with paying them back, but I just want to be sure that nothing happens in between.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so you think, so if I'm joining, like say the 21st, I can inform the other employer on the 22nd, it should be like okay. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah,
I'm glad you found another job, Rupa.
Yes, thank you.
See ya. All right, let's say hi to Tracy. Tracy, are you with us? Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. What's up?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm well, thank you. What can I do for you?
All right. So what happened was, some time ago, I think it probably is in either 18 or 19. Mm-hmm. My cousin, at the time he was a permanent resident, and he filed for his wife and stepson. And then around 2020, thereabouts, she got pregnant with her first child. So they asked me, at the time the case was at National Visa Center. So they asked me to add the baby to the case, which I, did the ask the NVC how to go about doing that. And then according to them, they sent me a link for me to upload the baby's birth certificate, etc. And then they added the baby to the case. So the baby and the stepson was coming on, and the wife as companion then, other applicant. After that, I paid the fees, the necessary fees, but they didn't ask for me to pay an extra I-130 fee.
Are you a lawyer?
No.
Who is this person that you're doing this for?
It's my cousin. And so what happened was, the visa fees were paid for, the fee bill was paid for. And at that time, he was a permanent resident, and they were under some other category, F something, I can't remember. But then last year, they said everything was completed, and they were awaiting the visa interview date, more than a year. And so what happened is last year in November, he became a citizen. And so he uploaded the certification, and then they upgraded the case. But when they sent the minute they upgraded the case, they sent out the interview and the appointment for the interview. And at the bottom, they put the kids now as other applicants. So when she went to the interview, they said the children weren't being filed for.
Right.
So is this because of his new status, or what's the situation with that?
Because he didn't talk to a lawyer.
Oh.
This was going to happen the day he naturalized. He never should have naturalized until they got here.
So if they were still if he did not become a citizen, the children would have been able to come with her, right?
That's right. They make this weird distinction that the children of a green card holder, you can have as many of them come on the mom or the dad's I-130, but for U.S. citizens, there has to be a separate I-130 for each child. It's not fair. It's not fair, but it's something that a lawyer would have known that you didn't know when you told him to go ahead and pay those visa fees.
But at the time he wasn't. He just became a citizen in November of 2022.
Right. But this is why people shouldn't do this stuff without a lawyer. This is a perfect example of what not working with a lawyer who knows what they're doing screws things up. I know you were just trying to help them, and I don't mean to be mean, but this was avoidable. Or now, I mean, how much time have you guys lost?
Well, she just got the wife just got through this week, and so according to what the immigration officer is saying, that they would have to file a new I-130 for each of the children.
Correct.
But what about the visa fee? Would they be able to?
Long gone.
And there's no way of writing a letter?
You could bang your head on. You think the federal government's going to give you back money for your mistake? No, they are not. They hold on to that money like the greedy bastards they are.
So they had mentioned something about expediting. Is there any
What would be the basis of expediting these children's cases?
Well, the thing is that the baby, well, he's going to be 3 next month, and the other child is a little older, but I mean the mother didn't want to leave her children behind.
Yeah, well then the mother shouldn't have screwed up her kid's case. That's no basis for expediting. I mean, everybody and his brother Tracy wants to expedite right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to say, "Oh, you made a mistake, so we're going to let your kids' cases go faster." They could have been here right now with the. There's ways to move it along. The I-130 usually goes along a lot faster, and the embassy stuff goes faster.
Mm-hmm.
If he had filed an I-130 either as a green card holder or once he became a citizen, then this all could have been avoided.
Okay.
So they're not going to expedite things to fix your guys' mistake.
So the only thing now is to just file the I-130.
And everything else is a waste of time. That's right. They should do that right away. All
right. But all of this is just because he upgraded in it was sometime in the latter part of November. The minute he got the the certification, swore in as a citizen, he decided to upgrade.
And they should have filed.
Just because it was taking too long for the interview, and they realized that only citizens were getting an appointment.
That sounds like, I mean, that's a good theory. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's basically, I really wanted to know,
Thanks, Tracy. We'll see you later.
And thank you very much.
Bye-bye. All right. A great example for everybody. That's why you don't do it yourself. That's why you don't do it yourself, because as Donald Rumsfeld said, there's the known unknowns and the unknown unknowns. When you do it yourself, you don't always know what you don't know. Arzu's waving their hand like a banshee. So let's see what Arzu has to say.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Good, Arzu. How you doing?
Thank you so much.
Sure. What's up?
I was talking with you like before, like few months ago. I tell everything about my situation, but maybe you forgot it. But let me tell you again my situation.
I don't remember people that called me yesterday.
Oh yeah. So let me just tell you about my situation. Okay. So I'm petitioning from my mom. Actually, I'm from Afghanistan.
Okay.
And I'm sponsored by my mom on 2017. And my I-130 was approved on 2019.
Okay.
Then on 2021, I did my medical in Afghanistan, and after that, on August, I got the interview date for 2 times that I didn't pass on it because of the Taliban, that on August, the Kabul was taken by Taliban. Then I got an email from the US Army and they took me here to United States.
Okay.
And now I'm here in United States. When I came here, I applied for I-Form 485 on 2022, February 2022. I got my fingerprint on March and I got an RFE notice on 1st June.
What did you apply for, Arzu? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I-Form 485, adjustment of status.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm under the child 21 when my
Yep.
mom sponsored me. Now
Got it.
I'm 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I got the RFE and I submitted back the RFE to USCIS. From then to now, the RFE, it is like 9 months that I didn't hear anything back from the USCIS.
Yeah,
So
I
can you,
think you're just waiting.
yeah, so can you tell me the RFE, when I got the RFE, how long the RFE process is, like after the RFE, how long does it take that they
What
send
did
me
they
the,
ask? What did they ask for, Arzu, in the RFE?
they ask about the tax.
For
That's like
the sponsor?
yeah,
And you gave them everything?
yeah,
That was it?
yeah.
I think you're just waiting.
Like how long?
I don't know. What's the receipt date on the 45?
The receipt date is like when I apply for 485, it's
Yeah.
like on February 2022.
So like a year ago.
No, yeah, like 13 months ago.
I think they're going slowly on these cases, so I'm not surprised. Do you live in a city that's pretty busy? Like, is it a big?
No, I'm not in city. Like I'm in Esmedo, and I filled it my all documents in Chicago IL office.
Wait, where are you?
I'm in New York, but the East Meadow, not on the city.
Yeah, you're in New York State.
New York State, yeah, but not on Manhattan.
Yeah.
I'm just living in East Meadow.
Still busy though. So, I think that you're just waiting probably a couple more months and then they'll follow up.
I will be wait like until the March, April, and if I didn't get anything from April, then I will let you know. Could you help
Okay.
with me, like when
Yeah.
you take my case or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds fine, Arzu. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will be wait like 2 more months. If I didn't hear back anything from the ACS, that I will let you know. Okay.
Well, hopefully you won't need us.
I hope so, but I'm so stressed, so stressed.
Don't
I
be
swear
stressed.
you
Don't be
can't
stressed.
believe that
Yeah.
that
Hang
I
in there.
how I came here to United States from the Afghanistan. I lost my everything, my money, my gold, my everything. When I came here, I was thinking I will get my green card like this, but unfortunately, it takes so long. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Arzu.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, our friend Wee is congratulating the Nornator on TikTok. She doesn't really help me anymore, Wee. I'm doing it all myself, but that's okay. She got us started. So, yeah, we're up to almost 70,000 subscribers. I did one the other day, and it's got like 300,000 views. All right. I've been informed. Everybody get ready. Tan is here. Tan is ready to go. Tan,
All
are
right.
you with us?
Thank you so much for taking my call.
How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself?
Great.
Okay. I have a few questions. First one is I have my friend who has the expired H1B Visa, B1 and B2. Can they still travel by plane inside the US legally without any issue?
No one can guarantee that there won't be an issue. Things could unravel at the airport. I would recommend not doing that.
How about if they travel by bus?
That'd probably be fine.
Okay. The second question I have is her son is currently a 10 years green card holder. He plans to apply for the US citizenship in November of this year, 2023. When he becomes a US citizen, can he apply for for her to become a 10 years green card holder, even though she currently has an expired B1, B2 visa?
Yes.
Okay. The question next question I have is, how long can a 10 years green card holder stay outside the United States without any issue?
So generally 6 months, but they can get what's called a reentry permit, which would allow them to stay out for 2 years straight with no problems.
I see. So, like, will they stay outside the United States? Will be count to the date? They will be delayed for their U.S. citizenship application if they stay more than 1 month or 2 months or 6 months.
So here's the question that will be asked. So let's say that somebody applied under your scenario. Let's say somebody applied today for U.S. citizenship, right? The question would be, during the last 5 years, has the person had any trips outside the United States for more than 6 months? Because that could reset it. And then the other question is, in total, out of the last 5 years, have they lived in the United States at least half the time, 2 years and 6 months and a couple days? Those are the two questions when it comes to residency and applying for citizenship.
I see. So, in another word, if he stay outside the U.S. less than 6 months, then it will not delay for his U.S. citizenship application.
As long as he has a total of 2.5 years. So you can't like be gone for 5.5 months, come for a week, 5.5 months gone, come for a week, because then you don't add up enough time.
Oh, okay. This will be his first, I could say his first trip outside the U.S. in the last 10 years.
Yeah, so that should be okay, especially if it's under 6 months. Yeah, they'll be fine.
Okay, another question I have is, if someone has the criminal record outside the U.S. in their home country, will they still be able to apply for B1, B2 visa?
Well, remember, most B1, B2s are denied. And when they disclose the criminal, that makes it less likely they're going to get a B1, B2. So most visit visas are denied. When the embassy finds out that the person's a criminal, then they're going to say, well, I mean, if it's a really serious crime, it's very unlikely they're going to get a visit visa. But even if it's a minor crime, it's unlikely they're going to get a visa.
It's a minor crime because kind of like they are not legally to do like a gambling in their home country.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they accidentally do it not appropriately, I think. The next question I have is, do you also work on EB5 investment program?
No.
Do you work on EB3 unskilled program too?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the requirement to do the EB3 unskilled worker?
Well, you got to show that there aren't any Americans that can do the job. You've got to show that the person has the qualifications to do the job. And you have to do a good faith recruitment to try to see if there's any Americans that can do the job. And then you have to be willing to pay the prevailing wage. So that it's a big project, no doubt.
I see. Well, sir, I really appreciate for all of the help you helping us, the community, not only myself, but also other people from around the world. So another thing I want to ask is, I have the people who want to apply for the EB3 unskilled worker program.
Yeah.
And I also have the people who are employer in the US who want to work on this program as well.
Yeah.
Is it possible that I can be a partnership with you to work on this case?
As long as you're not getting paid, I can.
Okay.
I can't be in business with a non-lawyer.
Okay, gotcha. I see. So okay. Is that okay if I be a company like kind of like a career job fair, like trying to arrange between the employee and employer, and then you will be like
Why don't you have you reached out to my office at all?
I did one time, but I think like at that time I have not had a chance to talk directly to you yet.
Yeah, why don't you send an email and say, hey, I was just on the show with Jim, and he said I should talk to one of the employment lawyers in the office, and then we go from there.
Sure, I will do. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thanks, Tan. See you, buddy. Thanks for being persistent, too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody, that'll do it for today's show. I'll be back next Wednesday. We'll have a few days off. We'll be back Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central. See you then. And make sure that if you want to be the first in line, text the word 314-470-3300. As you know, we started a half hour early today. And those who get the text were the only ones who knew, because I had said we were going to start at 4, but I started at 3:30. So there you go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Huli, thanks for your help. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you next time.